Most founders don't realize this, but they've become the operating system of their company. And that's exactly why growth starts to slow down. At the beginning, this actually works. You're close to everything. You understand the customers, you understand the product, you understand the people. So decisions move quickly because everything runs through you. But as the company grows, something starts to change. There are more people, more decisions, more moving parts, and yet everything still routes through you. You start hearing yourself ask questions like, why am I still making this decision? Didn't we already talk about this? Why is my team waiting on me? And maybe the most frustrating one, why does everything feel harder as we grow? There's a scene in I Love Lucy where Lucy and Ethel are working in a chocolate factory. They're standing at a conveyor belt wrapping chocolates. At first, everything is fine. They're keeping up. They're even laughing. Then the belt speeds up. More chocolates, faster. They start falling behind. So what do? They start stuffing chocolates in their mouths, hiding them, just trying to keep up. That's what most growing companies look like. Work keeps coming, decisions keep coming, and instead of redesigning the system, everyone just starts moving faster. More meetings, more messages, more pressure. But the problem isn't effort. The problem is structure. This is what I call decision architecture failure. It happens when four things are not aligned: purpose, people, performance, and power. When those four things are misaligned, decisions don't move through the organization. They move through one person, the founder. And that's when growth starts to stall. Not because the team isn't capable, but because the system isn't designed to let them move. And here's the part that's hard to hear, but important to understand. This isn't leadership failure. It's a structural stage. The system that built the company is not the system that scales it. There's another example that illustrates this really well. Before McDonald's became McDonald's, they didn't just work harder. They went to a tennis court and they mapped out their kitchen over and over again until the system actually worked. They didn't solve the problem with effort. They solved it with design. Most companies never do that with decisions. They just keep running faster, hoping things get smoother, but they don't because the structure hasn't changed. Organizations don't need more effort. They need an operating system. A purpose operating system aligns purpose, people, performance, and power, so decisions can actually flow through the organization instead of routing through one person. If you want to understand whether this is happening in your company, there are three simple questions you can ask. What was the last important decision made in your organization? Who made that decision? And how long did it take? If the answer keeps coming back to you, you're not just leading the company, you are the system. And that's the moment where things need to change. I put together a short guide that breaks this down in more detail. It's called Decision Architecture Failure. But more importantly, once you see this pattern, you won't be able to unsee it. And that's where real change begins. If you'd like a copy of the ebook Decision Architecture Failure, let me know in the comments.